Hello class, it's Haley. I decided to discuss Jeff Hall's rules of friendship for this discussion board because I think that friends are some of the most important and necessary things that we will encounter in our lifetime. But to start out, I wanted to let you know that Jeff Hall is a communication scholar. So all of these rules that we find he has listed as far as boundaries and friendships and how to be a good friend, they come from a professional background. So they all are very resourceful, they are very spot on, and I think that they are a great starting point for growth in our friendship and growth in who we are as a friend. But I don't believe that they should keep us in a box as to how we are a friend. For example, Jeff Hall's rules of friendship are to stand up for your friends and support them, offer resources, be enjoyable to be around, provide help even without being asked, share common interests and viewpoints, and be the kind of person whom friends can share thoughts and feelings with. These are the exact rules of friendship that are listed in the textbook. But in addition to Jeff Hall's rules of friendship, I believe that the following two characteristics of a friend are just as equally as important and necessary. Number one, that's honesty. If we are a good friend and we have good friends, we should have the confidence to be honest. And honesty is something that is imperative for us to grow in our daily lives and to grow in our relationships as well. The second characteristic that I thought should be added to these rules of friendship was acceptance. I decided to add this because we don't always have to agree with our friends' decisions, but instead be accepting to love them for who they are. And this is actually something that I ran into 2 years ago personally. I had to make some very tough decisions, and after taking the best one that I believed that I could, my best friends of 12 years turned their back on me because the decision wasn't convenient for them and they didn't want to accept me for that. So I think that it is really important that we find acceptance in ourselves as a friend to who we are to our friends. But I also wanted to give you a positive example of honesty as being a friend. I have learned to find friendship in my husband, of course, who has taught me that gentle honesty is imperative for a healthy relationship and a thriving life, just as I stated before. So these are two examples that I wanted to give of my personal life to help you show that although these rules are a great starting point, such as standing up for your friends and supporting them, offering resources, being enjoyable to be around, providing help even without being asked, sharing common interests and viewpoints, and being the kind of person whom your friends can share thoughts and feelings with. Those are all great starting points, and I think that Jeff Hall did a really amazing job with giving us those boundaries and guidelines to being a good friend. But I also think that honesty and acceptance are two very big characteristics that needed to be added to this list. I hope that you guys could see how to be a better friend and maybe see where you're not being a good friend or see who isn't being a good friend to you based on these rules of friendship that are listed in our textbook.